Welcome to EA Game Stadium. We're just about ready to kick off another year of NFL football. Thanks for being here to enjoy today's season opening game as the Falcons come into town to face the Browns. Hi everyone, I'm Al Michaels here for more great NFL action with my partner John Madden. And hold on, because this is going to be a good one.
When you look at how good an offense is, it all starts with a quarterback. They can do a lot more things with this guy throwing the football for him. He can make the touch passes or just fire one of the old breadbasket if he has to.
The Browns have some good receivers too, and it's a big reason for his success passing. Now this is his favorite target, and when you see what he can do with a football in his hands, it's easy to understand why. The coaches have told us that they wanted to get him some catches early in the game, so we'll have to see if they stick to that game plan.
Now this is what you call excitement. Look at those guys down there. They can't even stand still.
And the captains are out there ready for the coin toss. Both teams. We'll go back to the play on the field. Lindsey in to kick this one off.
Number 44 back to return.
They'll return this one from the 5-yard line. The offense heads out onto the field for the first time.
Number 82 on the return.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
On the 20-yard line.
Vick sets up. Throwing on first down. Closing in. Throws it. Jumps up and he has it. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
First and 10. Ball on their own 36. Duckett, the lone back. Crumpler in motion.
On the 36-yard line.
Cross play to the left. Look at that power. Just about 2 yards on the run by the halfback.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Mike Vick, one of the best and most exciting quarterbacks in the league, and he has a great arm, is excellent at reading the defense.
The other thing he's got is patience, which is one of the underrated qualities in a quarterback. Having a good arm doesn't mean a whole lot if you have to try and muscle the ball into double coverage.
On the 38-yard line.
Hand off to the tailback. Only a yard by the halfback. Melissa, is there an update?
I talked to the head coach earlier today, and he told me that the key on defense will be getting after the quarterback. They have to turn up the intensity and make some plays in the backfield here in the first half in order to set the tone for the rest of the game. Al?
Thanks for that report, Melissa.
Number 7 on the carry. 3-yard gain on the play.
Number 1 lines up in the backfield for the punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for. They're ready to call their first play of the game.
At the 16-yard line.
It's first and 10. Ball on their own 16.
Here come the heat.
Owens couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Second and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Bring that pain, baby. Sneak up. Hook out right. Set.
Going to the right. Loss of about 1.
With the play. Loss of 2 on the play.
And they'll face a long third down here. Bradford gets set, using motion. Pressure coming, gets the pass off. Behind him, but he has it. No problem picking up the first.
Yeah, you know, we talk about putting a ball on a guy. The quarterback put that ball on the receiver perfectly.
Again, he'll get the call. Pickup of about 8. Second and a deuce. Ball on their own 45. Swift moves in motion. Minimal gain there, and it looks like he's going to go to the sideline for at least a couple of plays. The Browns line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback. Under pressure, and it's caught. He has some room. The 40 breaks free, steamrolls the defender. He dumped it off and left it up to the receiver to get the first.
When it comes to the screen pass, you have to have perfect timing. You don't want to give the play away too early because the defense will pick up on it and flow to that side of the field and shut it down.
First and 10.
First and 10.
Passing on first down. Pressure, gets the pass off. Touchdown, Browns. And is able to get open in the end zone. Great play.
The defense just seemed to lose track of them down there. They have to do a better job keeping the play in front of them so that that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Moss comes in for the extra point. And it's up. The extra point attempt is good. And so they turn that drive into a great one as it ends with a touchdown.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy and on his feet. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component to an effective offense.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. Good distance. Breaking free. Keeps his feet moving. Atlanta losing by 7. Heads back out.
82 on the return.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
Closing in. He's tackled behind the line by number 95. Great play by the linebacker here.
The quarterback saw him coming, but he didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. That's half a sack to him and half a sack to the coverage guy.
Second and 15. Ball on their own 9. Duck it. The lone setback.
15. Ball on the 9-yard line.
Get in there, Lon.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. And he'll take it out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Loss of around 2. Here's a 3rd and long situation. Ball on their own 6. They'll go from the I formation.
3rd and long. Ball on the 6-yard line.
With the throw to the 20.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on 3rd down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
The Falcons using motion. He gets the carry. A 5-yard pickup on that run by the tailback.
5-yard gain on the play.
They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Willis comes in motion. Tosses it out to the right. And he's brought down in the backfield by Price. He starts out the wrong way and winds up losing yardage.
Yeah, they got good penetration on the line. Guys flying to the ball, getting to the ball carrier, making a heck of a defensive play.
It's third down, and they have a long way to go. Ball on their own 24.
Let's go. Come on. Stay guys.
Drops back. Under pressure with the pass. The 30. He's short of the first with that catch.
That kind of thing always makes me shake my head. What was the guy thinking? A short pass reception like that will never get you the yardage you need to move past the first down marker.
Number 1 is looking for a good punt here. Abraham will go back to accept this punt. Here's the punt. And he waves for the fair catch.
Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Hand it off. The defensive line sniffed that play out beautifully.
The guys along the defensive line are very big and very active. They do a good job of shedding blockers when they're rushing the passer. And they're very good at sucking up blocks, opening holes for the linebackers to make plays when the other team decides to go with the run.
Bradford gets set. Number 85 moves in motion. Fires it out to the right. This pass is incomplete. That incomplete pass will bring up third down.
Receiver on the play.
Pressure, gets rid of it. Incomplete pass. Hall displayed excellent anticipation.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
Lindsey will come into this game to punt. Lucas is back to receive this kick. From the 24-yard line. A good return on that punt.
Yep, he was one block away from getting into the open field and turning this one into a huge return.
Vick with a man in motion. Closing in. Pump fakes. Throws it. He finds his back. Spins away. That powerful arm brings them a first down this time.
Yeah, and you talk about putting some heat on your throws. This guy really let it go.
Hand off to the tailback. Kept it on the ground, picks up about 7. At the end of one, these teams are separated by just a touchdown. With the score, Cleveland 7, Atlanta 0. The teams have switched sides and will start in the second quarter. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Dropping back, pressure coming. He goes to the left side. He can't wrap him up. Amazing play by Lucas.
And that's the type of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move the ball, and he's going to move it with speed.
Going to the right. Only a yard by the halfback.
On the run, 1-yard gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here. Ball on the 10-yard line. Hand off to the tailback. Price pulls him down at the 10-yard line. Duckett couldn't find an opening and was brought down very quickly.
Yeah, he was. This line has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole, but he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Under pressure, gets rid of it. He hits his receiver.
Now watch how this defense comes up with a big stop. They're backed up in their own end zone trying to keep those guys off the board, and they make a play like that. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Feely comes out, hoping to put points on the scoreboard for the first time. The kick is up, and that kick is right on target. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 27 back to return.
Short kick. He didn't get much of that one. From the 9-yard line. The defense shut down the offense the last time they had the ball. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 23. Owens lines up behind his fullback in the I.
1st and 10.
He'll pass on 1st down. Pressure, flings it to the outside. And he's brought down in the backfield by Stewart. Lost about 2 yards. The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. The Browns using motion. Cross play to the right. About a 3-yard gain for the fullback.
3-yard gain on the play.
Take him out. You got it. Set. Sideline to sideline.
Closing in. Throwing. Pickup of about 7.
Makes the reception. 7-yard gain on the play.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up the punt. Here's the kick. The officials are trying to determine where it went out of bounds. First and 10.
Here come the heat.
They'll start the drive at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10.
Pressure coming with the pass. Look at that power. Tackle at the 37-yard line. 2nd and short upcoming after a good pickup through the air.
Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with the play fake and look for something deep, or you can just run the ball. Just about anything is an option.
Drops back. Under pressure. Breaking through. He goes down at the 40-yard line.
Here's what happened. You get a guy who can move around back there. The defense gets busy covering everyone, and they forget about the quarterback. He gets past that marker and picks up a first down.
It's 1st and 10.
You got him.
Only one man in the backfield. Fumble. The Browns. Great play by the defense to recover the fumble.
Yeah, they were right there to jump on the ball.
So after the fumble now, it's 1st and 10. The backs are lined up in an eye. Pressure. Good play in the backfield. Nowhere to throw at that time.
Nowhere to run either. He's got to do a better job of reading the defense before the snap. Then get the ball out to your check down receiver before the rush can get to you.
Now they're looking at 2nd and long after the sack. The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Dropping back. Closing in. Looking for a receiver. Patrick Carter will start getting some extra attention now that he has 2 sacks.
They're going to want to put an extra eyeball or 2 on him from now on.
Third down and long coming up here. Ball on their own 47. Pressure coming. Throws it. Won't have to break stride. John, he's hurt. We'll get an update from Melissa as soon as the extent of the injury is known. He's trying to pin them back as far as possible as he lines up for his 3rd punt. Here's the punt, and he chooses not to return this one. And this one comes back out to the 20.
Bring that pain, baby.
Throwing on 1st down. Flings it to the outside. They went back to the screen.
The screen pass requires that you have some quick linemen who can move wide of the tackle and set up blocks for the guy coming out of the backfield.
2nd and 2. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Under pressure. Gets rid of it with the adjustment. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line. Nice pass and good catch on that play.
The pass was fired in there so hard, I think he left smoke in the ball.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 39. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Throwing. No catch. He was out of bounds.
As a quarterback, you're supposed to put the ball where only the receiver can get it. I think somebody should have told him that he also needs to keep it in bounds.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line.
2-minute warning coming up. Dropping back. Breaks the tackle. That was actually designed for the quarterback to run, and that's just what he did. And we've reached the 2-minute mark. Third down and long coming up here. Ball on their own 41.
Give it all you got. Cowboy. Set.
Pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Got it off just before they got to him.
Line has to do a better job of protection, or they're going to get their quarterback killed.
So the punt team gets ready as we near halftime. Abraham into return. Here's the punt. And this punt will sail out of bounds.
Hey, this is why you run those 2-minute drills in practice for a situation like this. The only difference is this isn't the scout team defense.
Only one man in the backfield.
1st and 10.
Pass play here on 1st down. Closing in. Guns it left side. The 40. The Falcons call a timeout. They have 2 left. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 49. To the air on 1st down. Short throw. On the mark. Stiff arms the defender to the ground. A lot of room to work with. Excellent gain on 1st down.
These guys are just out there playing a little pitch and catch. They make it look easy.
I'm sure they'll be going to the air as long as they have the ball. Only one man back.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Fires it out to the right. He made the catch, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that play might have had a shot if the quarterback would have kept the pass in bounds. On a 3rd and short situation like this, the defense has to be ready for anything.
It appeared he did a great job of keeping his balance along the sidelines.
Yeah, and the only question is, did he step out? That's what I think they're looking for in the booth.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
It was unclear initially why they called for a review, but now we understand the reason.
You have to give it to these officials. Their job's not easy. Sometimes they make mistakes, and most of the times they're right.
Bradford sets up, going to the right. And he picks up just enough to convert. He should have been stopped short, but he was able to power his way for a 1st down.
Yeah, and you could put that one on the defense because they had a shot at him. They just couldn't bring him down.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
On the 40-yard line.
Hit him low.
To the air on 1st down. Throws over to his right. And the catch is made. So they're able to pick up another 1st down.
And this offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
They're right where they'd like to be, and that's in position to change this score before the half. They're probably going to take it easy and mix it up a little. First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
That's all you. Set. Hut.
Going to the air on 1st down. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. The Browns call a timeout. That's their 2nd. And it'll be 2nd and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage.
I'll tell you, when you've got 2nd and short, you can call just about anything and everything. Because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there on 3rd, and you still only need a yard or 2 for the 1st down. I'm sure they'll have one of their receivers running near the sideline. And if they go to him, he's got to look upfield, because he might be able to take it in for a score. The defense thinks he's just going to run out of bounds.
No chance to get it off as they close on him very quickly.
The defensive coordinator teaches his guys to be very aggressive out there on defense. He has a lot of confidence in his cornerback, and he's willing to leave them out there in single coverage on an island. So they'll blitz on just about any down, looking for a big play.
Throws it, puts it on the ground. It's scooped up. The defender knocked the ball loose, and he turned it over. And now they have a fresh set of downs to work with as they try to get some points before the half. So it's 1st and 10 following the fumble. Pressure, gets the pass off. That incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll have to move the ball downfield quickly through the air to try to score before the half. They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Closing in. Throws it. Perfect throw. Runs over the tackle. And they beat the blitz on a good throw.
He read the blitz and he got rid of the ball very quickly. This is the kind of guy you love to have behind center. The kind of guy that won't get rattled when he feels a big rush coming.
It's third down, 2 to go. Ball on their own 35. Dropping back, gets the pass off, slips the tackle, can't bring him down. How about that speed? Great individual effort.
He throws lasers all over the field. He can throw them short, he can throw them long, he can throw them medium, he can throw them anywhere.
Cleveland lines up with 7 guys in the secondary. Pressure coming. The throw. He finds his man. Crumple is the recipient on that one, his 3rd reception of the game. They want to hurry it up here. Dropping back, under pressure. Atlanta will call a timeout here. They have no timeouts left. This will be a long field goal attempt, about a 49-yarder. And it's up. And that kick is right on target. That kick is good, and it's his 2nd field goal of the game. The kickoff team lines up.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 27 back to return.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. So at halftime, it's anyone's game with the score. Cleveland 7, Atlanta 6. So before we start the 3rd quarter, here's a quick look at how both teams have fared in the first half. Number 1 is just about ready to kick this one away. He got all of that. He decides not to return this one, so he downs the kick in the end zone. Abraham goes in motion. Owens. Pickup of about 8.
On the run, gain of 8 on the play.
Second and 3 coming up here. Ball on their own 27. Only one man back. Bradford sends a man in motion. They give it to the halfback. Can't bring him down. Steamrolls the defender. Owens explodes into the secondary for a nice game.
Yeah, he exploded through the line. Then he used some shifty moves to create some extra yardage.
Melissa, anything new from the sideline?
Hi, Al. The Falcons coach stressed 2 things at halftime: controlling the line of scrimmage and stopping the run. He mentioned using the strong safety as a run blitzer in an attempt to force the other team to pass. We'll have to see if that strategy pays off as they try to come back in this one. Al?
That was Melissa Stark with the sideline report. John, he's hurt. We'll get an update from Melissa as soon as the extent of the injury is known. Second and 7. Ball on their own 47. Another run. Owens was stuffed on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. And they do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Using motion. Dropping back. Pressure with the throw. Bradford could have knocked the wind out of the receiver with that first down throw.
Now that's a quick release. The quarterback decided where he wanted to go with it, and boom, it was in the receiver's hand.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Owens, the lone back.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Going to the air on 1st down. Closing in. Throwing. Drops the interception. I thought that was about to be picked off, John.
I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. But when it got to him, it just bounced off his hand.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Well, that paid off. Brooking gets right in there and brings him down. Olsen couldn't find any room on that one.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
Only one man back.
10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Bradford gets set. Pressure coming. Breaks free. Still running. Fouls ahead.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. But we're in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Ball. Lose it.
Going to the air on 1st down. Under pressure, so they'll lose yardage on that tackle. The defense made it look easy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you have 4 down linemen, the 4 guys who have their hand in the ground are usually going to be the rusher, unless it's a zone dog. But they only had 3 guys, and that confused the offensive linemen about where the other rusher or rushers were coming from.
Bust this grill, deep.
Man in motion. Dropping back. Pressure with the throw. Breaking through. He runs at the 20. Abraham tried to get all he could after that reception.
What you do after you make the catch is the name of the game. You need to find some holes, use some moves, and get as far down the field as you can.
The Browns holding on by less than a field goal. A little bit long, overthrowing the receiver.
That might have had something to do with his follow-through. If you release the pass just a little late, you're going to see underthrows or balls thrown into the ground. If you release it too early, then you'll see an overthrow like that.
Moss is heading onto the field for this field goal attempt. The kick is up. A nice kick, and it's good. The Browns are holding on to a slim lead. Lindsay comes in to kick off.
Up for the kickoff. Number 44 back to return.
Good kick, should be returnable. From the 8. The Falcons will start the drive from the 25.
Number 82 on the return.
We'll see.
Pass play here on first down. Closing in. Throwing. This one falls incomplete. The pass was right there, but he couldn't bring it in.
He was there, and the quarterback found him with the ball. Just bounced off his hands.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Hand it off. About a 2-yard gain here.
On the run. Gain of 2 on the play.
So they face a 3rd and 8. Ball on their own 27. The Browns come out in a nickel package.
On the 27-yard line.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. He lost it. The Browns roll on it. He was trying to make something happen by himself and puts it on the ground. Following the turnover now, it's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Under pressure. Throwing. And this pass is completed. Bradford continues to pass effectively and has now thrown for over 200 yards. The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Swift moves in motion. Owen. The back picks up about 2 on that carry. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. 8 to go. Ball on the 14-yard line. Dropping back. Pressure. Throwing short to the right side. Perfect throw. Good pass and catch there as he records his 3rd reception of the game.
The defense better start watching this guy because he's been getting some room to work with out there. And if they don't, they might wish they had, because he's the kind of guy who can really take over a game. Consistent success on 3rd down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
Closing in, throwing a strike to the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. What a catch in the end zone.
That's a guy you better keep an eye on down there in the red zone. He has a knack for finding ways to get open when there's a lot of traffic.
Moss comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way, and he picks on the extra point. So the drive didn't have a whole lot of yardage involved, but as an offense, your job is to score wherever the drive may start, and that's exactly what they did.
Let me tell you, when the offense hits a field and sees the end zone that close, their eyes all get big. And they're only thinking one thing, touchdown. So when they meet their goal, it's really a great feeling, and it shows how determined they were to get it.
The kickoff team lines up.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 44, back deep to
Sends it sailing. From the 8.
This team is going to have to focus a lot more than they did in the first half if they're going to come back.
on the return.
They line up in the I formation.
At the 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hit him low. Set. Sideline to sideline. Stick up. Fire out.
Good blocking up front and a nice gain on the counter.
Yeah, and that was a perfect call in that situation. He did a nice job avoiding the first wave of defenders, then converting for the 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Number 38. Couldn't pick up any blocking on that play.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined, and they get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball.
It's 2nd down and a long way to go. Ball on their own 33. The Falcons come out with 4 wide receivers lined up tight that appeared to feel the pressure there.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off. When he starts to feel pressure, he gets a little nervous, and he has to get rid of the ball.
The Falcons line up in the shotgun.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Gordon moves in motion. Pressure coming. Throws it over the middle. He couldn't get the ball past the first down marker.
I don't know why the receiver would break off that route and make the catch short of the first down. Maybe he thought that he'd be able to do more with it after he caught it.
Number 1 is back to punt. Here's the kick. Fair catch.
There was no need to try and return that one. But he made the right decision there.
Deep in their own territory. Going to the air on first down. Under pressure. Incomplete.
Here's what happened. The quarterback just didn't have a throwing lane for his pass. If he let that one go, the lineman got his hand up and he batted it down at the line.
They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
Come on, partner.
Drops back. Pressure. So they'll lose yardage on that tackle by Stewart. Good play call by the defensive coordinator.
He knows exactly how to take advantage of his personnel. He always puts them in position to make big plays out there, whether it's rushing the quarterback or playing in pass coverage downfield.
Owens, the lone back. Jensen moves in motion.
7-yard.
Gets the pass off. Almost intercepted. Didn't even see the defender, and it almost ended up as an interception.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting man-to-man, and they dropped into a zone. It threw off his reads and where he thought the defense was going to be.
So they'll line up the punt after going 3 and out. Here's the punt. Blocking begins to form downfield. This could be big. So he was brought down before he had a chance to get anything going.
Good job by both teams there. He gets his team a few yards closer to the end zone, and the coverage team prevents him from getting anything big.
Dropping back, closing in, rolling, makes the adjustment. Not quite far enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the guy calling the plays loves this kind of situation because on 2nd and short, everything in the playbook is an option.
Not today. Here comes the heat. Look at the ball. Bring the pain.
Only one man back with the throw. Incomplete. Shepard got up and knocked that pass away.
That's what you look for. You have guys watch film each week and try and figure out where he likes to go with the ball in certain situations. Then when you face that situation in the game, you're right there in position to knock the pass away or force an interception.
Hand it off. Duckett did a nice job breaking away on that carry.
Yeah, and you talk about speed and keeping your legs moving, and you see both of those qualities on this play.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
34-yard line.
So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Browns ahead of the Falcons 17-6. And we'll start the fourth quarter.
Get in there. Cowboy.
The Falcons come out with 3 receivers tight.
34-yard line.
Sideline, D.
Pressure coming. Throws it. This pass is incomplete. Not much touch on that pass.
He may have tried to put a little too much oomph on that throw.
Sideline to sideline. Set. Fire out.
Under pressure. Throw. Perfect pass. Another catch, which brings his total to 4.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Third and 2 coming up here. Pressure.
Got an inverted face mask on the defense.
The defender may have grabbed that face mask while hauling him down.
The defender almost pulled his helmet right off.
First and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line. Closing in. Throws it. The pass falls incomplete. That incomplete pass brings up second down.
On the cover.
Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
Willis goes in motion. The back picks up about 2 on that carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
As they get ready for this third down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Going deep, looking for something in the end zone. He didn't let up on that throw.
I'll tell you, I bet that touchdown pass knocked the air right out of him.
Looking to make it just a field goal difference. They'll go for 2. The halfback. They fail on the conversion attempt.
Yeah, it's always a gamble with these two-point tries. The league success rate is always low.
If you're just tuning in, this has really been a great game so far. And with that touchdown, only a few points separate these two teams. And clearly this game is far from over, John.
Yeah, this is a time of game that the fans at home want to get any food or beverages they need, pile them up around their chair so that they don't have to miss a minute here at the end.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Good
distance. From the 4. No first downs on that last possession, John. Let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more effectively. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Hand off to the tailback. Pickup of about a yard in the run. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. And they need about 9.
Let's go, come on. Put on under. Set. Get in there, line. Hawk line right.
Throws it. It's batted away. That pass had no chance.
Here's the thing. If you can't get to the quarterback, then you get your hands up. And that's exactly what he did.
Get the ball. Fire out. Fire out. Get at him, Pete. Here goes the heat.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 27-yard line.
They give it to the halfback. They'll bring him down at the 32. Carries it for 6 yards on that play. Lucas back to return. Here's the kick. And he signals for the fair catch.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage team closing in for a big hit.
They'll take over at the 19-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go. Come on.
Hand it off. Can't bring him down. And that's a gain of about 8.
The ball carrier. Gain of 8 on the play.
Let's make a play here. All right. Stay after.
Pressure coming with the pass. Almost got it. I thought that was about to be picked off, John.
Yeah, I think everyone else was thinking the same thing. You don't get a better chance at an interception than he had right there.
3rd and maybe 2. Ball on their own 27. Gets the call. But didn't get any help from his offensive line.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. From the 40. He had some room, but couldn't get that one block to let him go the distance.
1 or 2 more blocks would have sprung him.
Hand off to the tailback. Well, he's shaken up after that play. We'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
You got him. Set.
Hand it off to the back. Gain of a couple on that carry. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. It's 3rd down and 6 to go.
Man, no. Get in there.
Under pressure. Gets the pass off. And it's caught. That blitz exploited for a 1st down.
Yeah, the quarterback did a heck of a job to read what the defense was doing and find the right guy.
The Browns line up with 2 backs behind the quarterback.
30-yard line.
Using motion. They'll pass on 1st down. Pressure. Gets rid of it. This one falls incomplete. Good defense down near the goal line.
The defensive coordinator believes in the bend but don't break philosophy. They'll give up some yardage in the middle of the field, but when they get down near the goal line, they really turn it on and make big plays like that.
Man in motion.
Here come the heat. That's all you got. Come on, partner.
Kept it on the ground, picks up about 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
Third and 4.
Come on, get up.
Bradford gets set.
Give it all you got.
Hand it off. Loses one tackler. Plows ahead. Owens showed a great burst of speed after he took the handoff on that play.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the 1st down.
Bulldog under. Yeah. Fire up. Set. Cowboy. Snake eye.
Closing in, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab. Touchdown, Browns. The quarterback delivered the ball right on time for the touchdown.
Yeah, that guy knew exactly how far he had to go to cross the goal line to get in there for the score.
They'll get set for the extra point. And it's up. The point after is good. That last drive, John, went for a touchdown with some excellent play calling.
Big players make big plays, and that scores touchdowns. Give some credit to the linemen out there. They're the biggest guys on the field, and without them, no one gets into the end zone.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 44,
Should be a return here. From the 4.
Face mask on the defense.
He got his hand on the face mask there, and it cost him.
That defender almost pulled his helmet right off.
First and 10. Ball on their own 27. Going to the air on first down. Pressure coming with the throw. The receiver was able to get that pass under control and bring it into his body for the reception.
There's nothing that receiver can't do out there.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
on the 35-yard line.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now. Under pressure, throws it, and the catch is made. Vick has done a good job finding holes in the secondary on his way to over 200 yards passing. So they have first and 10 here. Pass play here on first down. Slings it to the outside. The incomplete pass bringing up second down.
The intended receiver on the play.
Poke out right.
2-minute warning coming up. And the blitz confused the pass protection.
This defense is very good at masking what they're trying to do on defense. The guy will show blitz, and he drops into coverage as a guy from the outside blitzes in his play. I'll tell you, that could make it very hard to maintain blocking assignments.
2 minutes to the final gun. The Browns come out on a nickel package.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Pressure gets the pass off on the money. Willis catches a floater for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure first downs.
And they hurry up to the line. So they'll lose yardage on that tackle. For the second time in the game, he has sacked the quarterback.
I'll tell you, he's having a heck of a game out there today.
They'll head right back to the line. Closing in, throwing. So he ends up overthrowing his target.
There was no way he was going to get to that one.
And so running out of both time and downs, they'll have to pick up the first down here to keep their very slim hopes alive. Using motion. Big opening. The 40.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
Drops back. Gets the pass off. The offense turns the ball over on downs.
At this point in the game, they need a big play. Sometimes high risk equals high reward. They might try a different play next time.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
You got it. Set. Fire out.
Aimed it off to the back. The Falcons call a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Second and 8 coming up here. This one is handed off. The Falcons call a timeout. They have 1 left. Good game for the offense here in the second half.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
Bradford sets up, using motion. Owen trying to take time off the clock with the lead. What do you think, John? Is it a little too conservative here?
Well, maybe you want to give the other team as little time as possible. They're pretty comfortable running it, and falling short of the first isn't a big deal because you keep the clock moving.
So they'll get ready to punt and leave it to their defense to finish the game and get them the win. Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. And he waves for the fair catch. He can't control the ball. The Browns grab the live ball. It's first and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Second and 12. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Is that all you got? Yeah. We'll see.
Atlanta comes out with 7 in the secondary.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Give it all you got. Set. Bring that pain, baby. Got it. Yes.
That'll wrap this one up, and the final score is Cleveland 24, Atlanta 12.
Atlanta 12.
This concludes another EA Sports presentation. For John Madden and Melissa Stark, this is Al Michaels saying so long.